Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the TV6 Digital Desk live stream. My name is Molly Birch, and I'll be taking you through a recap of today's headlines. This stream runs every night starting at 8 to 7 Central Time from Sunday to Thursday. Feel free to comment and ask any questions you have in the chat when you feel like it, and I'll do my best to answer those questions as we go and after the stream as well. With all of that business out of the way, let's take a look at our first story for tonight. With new developments, an Ishpeming woman made her first court appearance this morning on murder and arson charges. Julie Boxley appeared over Zoom in a holding cell at the Alger County Jail for an arraignment this morning in Marquette County District Court. Boxley is accused of setting a fire in March, which killed 72-year-old Glenn Andrews. Boxley was living with Andrews at the time of the fire, helping take care of his wife. She is facing first-degree felony murder and arson charges, both with the maximum penalty of life in prison. Boxley is also facing charges in Alger County for a different case where she's charged with setting her ex-husband on fire in 2021. Boxley is expected to appear in person for a preliminary exam on December 7th for the Ishpeming Township arson case.
All right.
And this is a look at Munising today. The roads are relatively clear, but snow still covers the sidewalk. The Alger County Sheriff says the 911 call intake goes up after the first major snowfall, and the department has already received calls for cars in the ditch. He says most of these calls come from the state highways because of the speed limit.
65-mile-per-hour speed limits on M28 are state highways. Our section, we call it the Seney stretch, between Shingleton and Seney. We take a lot of calls in that area with the winds and the snow and the road conditions.
The sheriff encourages drivers to check your tires for airs and tread and allow extra time when traveling to a destination. And a crowdfunding effort is underway to raise money for expansions at Mont Ripley. The ski hill is aiming to expand the hill's chalet, add a top-to-bottom beginner run, and increase parking space. An increasing number of annual attendees is making this necessary. The general manager says plans for the chalet's expansion range between $3 to $5 million. Michigan Tech's Advancement and Alumni Engagement Department is heading up this effort and spreading word of the fundraiser.
The community wants it, our Michigan Tech community, the students want it, and our regional market wants it as well before they even start coming here. And we can't do it without
To donate, you can check out uppermichigansource.com or the TV6 and Fox UP mobile news app. And as the first day of snowmobile season in Michigan is just 4 days away, trail networks urge the use of proper etiquette. While most of the portions of the Iron Ore Heritage Trail are non-motorized in the winter, some of it becomes open to snowmobilers. Volunteers spend months leading up to the first day of the season, making sure the trails are ready to use. Iron Ore Trail Administrator Bob Hendrickson says a little consideration goes a long way in making sure trails are safe.
A lot of it is just coming down to common courtesies, letting people or the trail users know that you're approaching from behind, or, even saying hi as you're coming up the trail. The etiquette goes so far as keeping, just a friendly trail experience.
For more trail etiquette and snowmobile regulations, go to uppermichigansource.com or the TV6 and Fox UP mobile news app. And the Alger County Rescue 21 team has a new eye in the sky. That will assist with efforts to locate snowmobile crashes, missing hikers, and falls through thin ice. TV6's Caden Minus takes a look at what this addition brings to the team.
Alger County's Rescue 21 team has a new pilot. The team is made up of 52 members from all different walks of life.
We have people on there that are electricians, that are mechanics, that are pilots, Marine captains, just everybody offers some sort of trade.
The team recently brought on pilot and Munising native Ryan Graves. Graves served in the U.S. Marine Corps and flew an Osprey in military and humanitarian missions. Blank says Graves also owns a Cessna aircraft, which he will now use in Rescue 21 efforts.
He approached us. He came in here just because he knows the sheriff. He knows me from growing up, and offered his assistance if needed, and kind of filled us in on his planes and his experience.
Blank says Rescue 21 responds to calls ranging from missing people to snowmobile crashes to falls through the ice. Alger County Sheriff Todd Brock says this team is a vital part of sheriff operations.
I've often said, and I truly mean, they are the heroes of the county. We've, Under Sheriff Blanks and myself, especially Under Sheriff Blanks, put a lot of time and effort into recruiting different trades, different skills.
Brock says 30 members of the team are volunteers. He says he's proud to see more Alger County members like Graves wanting to help others.
We're excited to get him on the team and to see what kind of services, aviation services can give to our team.
Brock also says if you have a skill you believe would benefit the rescue team, to contact the sheriff's office. Caden Minus, TV6 News, Munising.
Thank you, Caden. And the National Weather Service says the northern lights could be intense this winter. The Weather Service says we're close to the peak of a solar cycle. That means the northern lights will continue to intensify until mid-2024. The Weather Service says if you want to see Aurora Borealis this winter, your best chance is at the end of the season.
A large majority of the time we have a lot of clouds across the area. So it's rare to get the perfect condition during the first half of the winter. Usually by later in the winter into the early part of the spring, we still have quite a bit of nighttime darkness throughout the night, and we tend to see more clear days during that time.
Zika says the best way to see the lights is to look north between midnight and 2 in the morning, away from clouds and city lights. The 906 Adventure Team is hosting a UP-wide Giving Tuesday drive after a couple anonymous donors gave it a combined $50,000. The 906 Adventure Team works to empower youth to be the best versions of themselves through outdoor adventures with a focus on mountain biking. The donors challenged others in the community to donate as well. The organization is looking to raise an additional $50,000 for Giving Tuesday to reach a total of $100,000. The founder of the 906 Adventure Team says the program prepares the kids for the future.
It's 100% adventure-based. It is focused on life skills development. It's focused on helping them win tomorrow. And tomorrow being when they're in middle school, when they're in high school, when they go to college, when they're a young adult. That's the game we're getting them ready for. It's the game of life.
The money being raised is not going to the 906 Adventure Team's base camp on Lakeshore Boulevard in Marquette. It's going strictly to the expanding youth program. And you can donate on our website or the TV6 and Fox UP mobile news app. The Iron Mountain High School Drama Program is presenting their first performance of the year this weekend. The play is titled Murder with Grace and is a murder mystery set in Regency, England. The program is made up of 35 students, 10 of which are in the main cast. IMHS drama teacher Linda Carpenter says the drama class helps students who aren't interested in other after-school activities.
So to give those kids that were looking for something different, just kind of a place to land and a place to feel like they belonged, was really important to me. And it was also really important to the previous principal and our current principal.
The play runs November 1st through December 2nd and begins at 7 in the evening. And for our final story on the TV6 Digital Desk live stream, on this week's episode of The Ryan Report, TV6's Dawn Ryan shares memorable conversations from years past. The episode opens with the TV6 vault footage from Dawn's conversations with Carl Pillenpää, the former host of Finland's Calling on TV6. Dawn also spoke with Elizabeth Peterson and Tia Trudgeon, co-hosts of Upper Michigan Today and members of the TV6 Morning News team. Dawn's final guest is Roy Peterson, who hosted and created WLUC's first locally produced children's show. The Ryan Report airs Sundays at 7:30 a.m. Eastern on TV6. You can also catch previous episodes of The Ryan Report on UpperMichiganSource.com or the TV6 and Fox UP mobile news app. And that's all the stories we have for you tonight. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night where I'll be here in the same place at the same time. That's 8 to 7 Central Time with a recap of tomorrow's headlines. You can find us streaming on Facebook or YouTube, whichever platform you'd prefer. And if you have a story idea you think we should report on, feel free to contact us at any time. These are a few easy ways to get a hold of both myself and others in the newsroom. And again, you can contact us at any time. We would love to hear from you and what's happening in your community. Thank you all again for joining me live at the TV6 Digital Desk. Have a great rest of your night.